How's everybody doing, hockey fans? Lots of hockey on here Friday. There were some good games. Unfortunately, some of the good games I didn't bet on. The games I did bet on, it wasn't great. The Islanders, man, it looked like they were going to get their first win. They definitely had some good opportunities. They just couldn't get the puck in the net by Jari. That didn't go through. And then on the parlays, I split both of them. Columbus hit, Florida didn't. Anaheim hit, Winnipeg didn't. And then both overs didn't hit either. So there was some really good hockey. Nice win by the Rangers. Chicago, impressive win over St. Louis. Some good hockey, just didn't bet on the right games. So we're going to try a little better here. There's only 9 games on the board for November 27th. We'll try to make some better picks and make some better bets. Game 1, we got Seattle taking on Florida. Florida has Spencer Knight listed to be in net. They're 5-3-2 with a current 1-game losing streak. Seattle also on a 1-game losing streak. Chris Driedger listed to be in net for Seattle. They're 3-7-0 in their last 10. Back-to-back hockey for both of these clubs. Florida back home to defend their perfect home record. Friday, the Panthers played Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. Ovechkin with a hat trick just proved to be too much. Final score was 4-3 for Washington. Panthers still sit in second in the league for goals for, fifth for goals against. Good hockey team going home to protect that perfect record against Seattle, who are still in the basement. Friday, the Kraken lost to the defending champs 3-0. It was Seattle's first shootout loss in franchise history for this young team. Vasilevsky, he was great. It was his second straight shootout in a row. It wasn't a good performance by Seattle, though. I mean, they just didn't seem to be in the game. And odd after they just registered wins over Carolina and Washington. Not the way that they wanted to start this road trip. The Kraken with only 1 road win so far this regular season. And Chris Driedger, who's supposed to be in net, he's going to be looking for his first win. Panthers, I mean, they need to get past the Seattle Kraken team, protect this home record, and then they get another crack at Washington. That's who visit Florida after Seattle here. This is the first of 2 games that these teams will play. Money line, obviously, Seattle's a dog at plus 170 or 2.7. Florida, minus 200 or 1.5. Over-under set at 6. Got to go home team here, Florida. That's going to be my pick. Florida to protect that record to go over Seattle. Next game, we got Edmonton against Vegas. Vegas Pacific matchup here. They're 7-3-0 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. They're 4th in the division. Robin Leonard listed to be in net against Edmonton, who sits 2nd in the division. 6-4-0 in their last 10 with a current 1-game winning streak. Mikko Koskinen listed to be in net for the Oilers. Wednesday, Vegas finished their short little road trip with a 5-2 victory over Nashville. Now back home where they won the last 2 games straight on home ice. Mark Stone with his first goal in that Nashville game. Vegas was over 2 on the power play against Nashville. Still an area that they struggle in because they sit 31st in the league, only converting 10.9% of their power plays. Nashville, they were 0-2 in their power play again. So definitely special teams isn't doing what they need to do. And that's an area that they're going to have to fix if they want to keep winning games, especially against a team like Edmonton. I mean, Edmonton, they played Arizona Wednesday, handed the Coyotes a 5-3 loss. It was a nice win for Edmonton after a 4-1 loss to Dallas on Tuesday. This will end the Oilers' 3-game road trip. And a break after this, I don't think they're going to play again until Wednesday. Draisaitl with 9 points in his last 5 games, 5 of those being goals. McDavid with 5 assists in his last 5. Mikko Koskinen, he's coming into this with a 10-2-0 record. Oilers sit 1st in the power play, 5th in the penalty kill, and 3rd for goals for. Some elite talent on this team, you can't deny it. This is the second of 4 games that these teams are going to play on October 22nd. Edmonton defeated Vegas in Vegas 5-3. I think this is the last game in Vegas, and then the next 2 games are going to play in Edmonton. Money line has Edmonton at plus 100 or 2.00. Vegas minus 120 or 1.83. I'm going to go visiting dog here. I'm going to go the Alberta team, Edmonton, to win the game. Win the second one in Vegas against Vegas. Over-under set at 6 in this game. Edmonton's my pick. Next game, Two struggling team matchup. Ottawa to take on the LA Kings. LA Kings have Cal Peterson listed to be in net. They're 5-3-2 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Ottawa has Matt Murray listed to be in net again, 1-8-1, current 4-game losing streak for the Ottawa Senators. LA, they lost 4 games since returning home. Wednesday was the last one. That was a 6-2 loss against Toronto. Kings were 2 for 3 on their power play in that game, but they were kept off the scoreboard when it was 5-on-5 play. Ottawa slowly getting back to a full squad, but struggles persist. I mean, back-to-back hockey here after Ottawa played Anaheim Friday and they lost that game 4-0. There's a question, is this going to be the last game that Matt Murray wears an Ottawa jersey? I think he's being put on waivers Saturday, so we'll see. It's tough. This is the last regular season game between these two teams. LA won the first one 2-0, and that was back on November 11th. That's when Ottawa had 9 guys out with COVID, and LA was playing better hockey than they are right now. This game could go either way. And when I was looking at the picks, it was like heavily favoring all favorites. And there are days when all the favorites do win, but most days there are dogs who poke their head up and win a game. So if you got to do that, I'm picking Ottawa here. Matt Murray maybe to shine, to try to get some interest from another team. Never know how that goes, especially if he's being put on waivers. And Ottawa, feisty team, getting some people back. I think they could pull off a win here. Ottawa is going to be my pick. Visiting team Ottawa to win the game. That's my final pick. Next game, an East Atlantic battle. Buffalo against Detroit. Detroit has Thomas Greiss listed to be in net, 5-4-1 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. Buffalo also on a 1-game winning streak, 3-6-1 in their last 10. Aaron Dell listed to be between the pipes for the Sabres. Detroit played St. Louis on Wednesday and doubled up the Blues. Nedeljkovic kept them in the game the entire game. They were outshot 37-23 by St. Louis. 4 goals came from 4 players: Lucas Raymond, Dylan Larkin, Adam Earn, and Robbie Fabry, I think, was the one who got the last one. And it was a good win for Detroit. I mean, they had lost 4 in a row prior to that. Buffalo also snapped a 4-game losing streak Friday when they won 4-1 over Montreal. Aaron Dell, another goalie, he's going to be looking for his first win of the season. Tage Thompson with 3 goals in his last 5 games for Buffalo. Second of 4 games, November 6th was when the first game was played. Detroit won that game 4-3. Money line has Buffalo sitting at plus 155 or 2.55. Detroit at minus 175 or 1.57. Over-under set at 6. I like the home favorite here. I like Detroit. Thomas Greiss in net. Detroit to win the game. That's going to be my official pick for the 4th game. 5th game, we have a lopsided matchup here. Very, very struggling. A team that's struggling badly against a team who's surging with the longest winning streak in the league right now, and that's Pittsburgh. Montreal taking on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has Casey DeSmith listed to be in net. They're 6-3-1 in their last 10, current 5-game winning streak. Montreal, Jake Allen confirmed to be in net. They're 2-6-2 in their last 10, current 2-game losing streak. Pittsburgh, like I said, holding the longest winning streak in the league right now, sitting at 5. Friday, the Penguins, they defeated the New York Islanders in New York in that new arena. 1-0 final, 1 lone goal in that game. Tristan Jarry for Pittsburgh, he played a great game. I watched quite a bit of that game, and the Islanders had some really good chances. They just couldn't put the puck in the net. Casey DeSmith in net for this game, and another goalie looking for his first win of the season. Montreal enters this game still sliding, 4-1 loss to Buffalo on Friday. Watching the Canadians being interviewed after that game was tough. I mean, just not a happy bunch. I mean, having a shorthanded goal scored on you by Buffalo. Josh Anderson, he had the lone goal for the Canadians. I mean, they're just not a happy bunch, and they're really, really having some struggles. This is the second of 3 games. First one played November 18th when Pittsburgh dominated and won 6-0. Money line has Montreal as the dog, plus 170 or 2.7. Pittsburgh minus 200 or 1.5. Over under set at 5.5. Yeah, I really like Pittsburgh to win this game. I don't see any reason why Pittsburgh wouldn't defeat Montreal the way Pittsburgh's playing and the way that Montreal is playing. Pittsburgh to win the game, that's my pick. Then we've got a team that has woken up. Dallas against Arizona. Arizona has Scott Wedgwood listed to be in net. They're 4-5-1 in their last 10, current one-game losing streak. Dallas has Anton Khudobin listed to be in net. They're 6-3-1 in their last 10, current three-game winning streak. This is a West Central Division battle. Last place Arizona lost another game on Wednesday, 5-3 to Edmonton. They were outshot 44-27. They were 0-for-2 on their power play while giving up 2 goals to the Oilers when they were up a man. In the third, the Coyotes pulled within 1, but they couldn't match that, like I mentioned earlier, elite talent of Edmonton. I mean, they just couldn't do it. Now, Dallas, they've won 3 in a row. Friday, a 3-1 win over a powerful Colorado team. Before that, 4-1 win over Edmonton, another good team. And then 4-1 over St. Louis. 3 really nice wins. Ropey Hintz with 5 goals in his last 5 games. The Stars third in the power play category at 28.3%. First of 4 games between these two. Arizona is playing some better hockey, but so is Dallas. Dallas is looking really, really strong right now. I kind of like the way they're looking. Money line has Dallas at -200 or 1.5. Arizona plus 170 or 2.7. Visiting favorite here, Dallas to win the game. That's my pick. Next game, number 7. It's going to be a good game, I think. This is Columbus against St. Louis. St. Louis is 3-5-2 in their last 10 with an overtime decision. Ville Husso listed to be in net for the Blues. Columbus, Jonas Korpisalo listed to be in net. They're 7-3-0 with a current 3-game winning streak. St. Louis was defeated by Chicago 3-2 in overtime on Friday. The Blues scored 2 in the first period, but they couldn't hang on to that lead. St. Louis losing 3 of the last 4. David Perron, he's leading in points in his last 5 with 6. Brandon Saad with 4 goals in his last 5 games. Husso, I mean, he's expected to be in net, and I mean, he's going to be looking for a bounce back from that last time when he was between the pipes where he didn't do very well. And he's a good goalie. I mean, the first 2 games he played were awesome, and then the third one was not that good. So we'll see what happens there. Columbus, they won on Friday when they played Vancouver, which ended in a 4-2 win for the Blue Jackets. Merzlikins having another good game as he was tested, stopping 39 of 41. Back and forth, tied up at 2 after 2 in the third period, all Columbus scoring a couple goals. First of 2 games between these 2 clubs, money line plus 145 for Columbus or 2.45. St. Louis minus 165 or 1.6. Over under set at 6. Tough pick, really tough pick here. Columbus definitely playing better hockey if you look at just the last 5 games. Could they come in here and beat St. Louis? It's definitely possible. And again, I like dogs. I like the way dogs pay. It makes up for not always getting that 500 mark. I'm going Columbus here. I'm going to go Columbus to beat St. Louis on Saturday, and it'll depend on Husso. I mean, is he going to be the goalie that was in net the first 2 games, or is he going to be the goalie that was in net in that last game? So we'll see. I'm going to go Columbus, though, as another dog to win. That's my pick, number 7. Number 8, we've got Nashville against Colorado. Colorado has Johannesson listed to be in net. Nashville has David Riddick to be in net. Colorado 7-2-1 in their last 10 with a current 1-game losing streak. Nashville 6-3-1. Also with, well, another win, right? They had a nice bounce back win Friday. But first, Colorado, back-to-back hockey. Both teams played Friday. Colorado had their 6-game winning streak halted by Dallas when Dallas won that game 3-1. Avalanche outshot the Stars 37-22, but they could not find the twine on the power play. Cal McCarr with the lone goal for Colorado, 6 goals in his last 5 games. Colorado, I mean, they've been a dominant force. There's no question. They're sitting now with the best goal differential in the Central Division at plus 13 and first in goals for in the league. They're still letting in too many pucks. Goals against are sitting in 24th, which isn't good enough. Nashville, they've climbed into 3rd place in the Central. Friday was a bounce-back game, 4-2 win over New Jersey. Preds have been inconsistent but winning enough games to kind of climb up that ladder. And I mean, they've definitely had some help from other teams who haven't been playing that well. It's tough, tight division, right? I mean, 7 points between first place and sixth place. If you look at second place to sixth place, there's a difference of 3 points in that. Like, it's just really, really tight. Currently, Nashville is 2 points ahead of the Avalanche. This is a first of 4 games between these two. Neither goalie has seen much time yet this season, so well, it'll be interesting. I mean, I am not a Dave Riddick fan, and I don't think he's a good goalie, so I think Colorado wins this game quite easily. Nashville plus 175 or 2.75. Colorado minus 210 or 1.47. Over-under set at 6. I'll look at the over on this game, too, at 1.83. You have to like the over here. Colorado to win the game. Last one, the Winnipeg Jets against Calgary. Kind of another, feels like a lopsided matchup here. Calgary, Jacob Markstrom listed to be in net. They're 6-2-2 in their last 10. Current 4-game winning streak, close to the longest winning streak in the league right now. Winnipeg has Eric Comrie listed to be in net. They're 3-5-2, current 4-game losing streak. The Calgary Flames, yeah, they're red hot. I mean, there's no other way to look at it. Best goal differential in the entire league right now, sitting at a plus 30. Last game was on Tuesday when Calgary defeated Chicago Blackhawks. It was a tight game. It was 2-2 to Chuck late in the third, broke that tie, and then they got a couple empty net goals. But Calgary did have control of that game, out shooting the Hawks 39-21. They're sitting in first in goals against. Markstrom with a 1.73 goals against average and a .940 save percentage. Winnipeg now suffering their worst loss, 7-1 to Minnesota. The Jets scoring their only goal on a power play. Hard to believe that the Jets have played 180 minutes of hockey, and when 5-on-5, they've only scored, what is it, 1 goal. And there's got to be some truth to that. You know, when people say, well, it's going to get worse before it gets better, that must be the case when it comes to Winnipeg, because it definitely got worse here on Friday. Both Eric Comrie and Hellebuck, they had a chance in net. Neither one had much puck luck. This is the first of 3 games between these two. Money line plus 145 for Winnipeg or 2.45. Calgary minus 165 or 1.6. Over under set at 5.5. You know, I am a Winnipeg fan. I'm not a Calgary fan. But betting on Winnipeg in this game would be like jumping out of a plane without a parachute. It's just not a smart thing to do. Calgary's playing way too good a hockey. Way too good a hockey. And Winnipeg, I don't know what's going on, but it's not good. You got to go Calgary here. Calgary's going to be my pick. The bets that I'm going to lay down, my best bet, I'm going to go Pittsburgh on the money line. They have to beat Montreal. So that's what I'm going to do for the best bet. I'm going to do 2 parlays. I'm going to go Calgary on the money line over Winnipeg. St. Louis to lose against Columbus. Columbus on the money line. And then for the second parlay, I'm going to take Dallas money line over Arizona. Florida money line over Seattle. Over under, I'm going to go the Nashville Colorado game over 6. Pays 1.83 or minus 120. That's what I'm going to do. Pittsburgh best bet. Calgary and Columbus on the money line for 1 parlay. Dallas and Florida on the other parlay. Then Calgary over Winnipeg. Colorado over Nashville. Columbus over St. Louis. Dallas over Arizona. Pittsburgh over Montreal. Detroit over Buffalo. Ottawa over the LA Kings. Edmonton over Vegas. And Florida to keep their home record perfect and go 12-0-0. Hope everyone has a great Saturday. Good luck with your picks. Thanks for watching. Talk soon.